Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. It was trying to kick me out of starting my live stream. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty, you guys just go ahead and get logged in and get everything taken care of. My lighting is a little dark from over here. I don't have my usual little lamp over here off to the side as normal. Can everybody hear me, or am I just talking? I know this was not being my friend. Okay, good. Wonderful. I'm glad. I just cannot win with technology today. My printer went down, and we have like 3 printers in this house, and not a single one of them could work. So here we are, having to have restarted the internet and redone everything. Hello, hello. I hope everybody's getting logged in. Everything is going well. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to get chatted on in. If while you guys are waiting, if you guys will go and hit that like button over there, so then that way we can make sure that we're letting YouTube know that you guys totally love this, so we can continue to give you guys all the hours and everything that we possibly can. You guys are going to want some pen and paper. We're going to take a little bit of some notes, nothing too crazy, but it's just some terms that you guys might want to make sure that you know, or have these specific different categories to go with these terms. These are some things that you could see on your state board. I know I was looking through the Milady study book, and so I saw quite a few of these massage technique questions in there. So that's why we're going to just take this time and kind of clear up anything and just go over some definitions. And then I do have a couple of videos for you guys to watch in the end, but no worries, there's not going to be anything for you guys to turn in from this hour. Now, you guys do need to make sure that you send me those pictures from Katie's hour of those worksheets that everybody went over with earlier. And those need to be turned in no later than 6 o'clock. So by the time that this is over, the deadline will have already met. So if you have not submitted those already, why don't you go ahead and take a pause from the video and then go ahead and submit those answers over on into my email, so then that way we can get you all accounted for and everything gotten taken care of. I'm making dinner. No worries. So we just turned in Katie's notes, not Alana's. Correct. So you're only turning in the Katie's notes, and you're not even going to be turning in the notes. I will not give you credit for the notes. It has to be the assignment that she went over in the last half of her video. So as long as it is sent in there by 6 o'clock, that's perfectly fine. Now, like I had said yesterday, some of you were noticing that your emails were maybe not going through all of the way. So I know, especially with an iPhone, in using the mail app or something on the phone, you're going to have to make sure that it goes through all of the way. Laura, no, you're not going to need to send me pictures of your notes from my class. Please hang on to those. The only assignment that you guys have to turn in today is from Katie's live. So please do not blow up my email with a bunch of notes from Alana's class or in my class. It's just going to be the ones from Katie's class. You guys are going to want to hang on to the notes from Wendy's class and my class and Alana's class, and use those tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be doing some different review things and kind of refreshing over the chapter. Oh, y'all, my roots are already coming in. This is tragic. Guess I'm gonna have to teach someone in my house how to do some hair. How sad. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna let a couple more people get logged in. Make sure that if you are on and watching, that you leave your name, first and last name, and school over in the comment section. So then that way we can get you all accounted for and a roll call can get taken care of. I believe it is Joanna and Kim taking roll call today. So just make sure that you leave your name over there. So just a couple of pointers from yesterday. I know we talked a lot about some clarification of everything. So just kind of to reiterate, you guys do not have to constantly comment in the section or in the videos, you know, that you're here and you're still paying attention. You just need to make sure that you're listening for that first roll call. So what we're doing right now is our first roll call. And then towards the end of the video, I'll call for a second roll call. So then that way you guys don't have to worry about if you're paying attention to the comments for a roll call or anything, you'll be able to hear if someone is asking for a roll call or if they need anything for y'all. Awesome. I'm glad everybody is getting in here. Alrighty, so does everybody have some pins and well, I don't know if you need multiple pins, but maybe like a pin. And probably like 2 pieces of paper. We're not going to do anything too crazy. These are just a little bit more for these massage techniques. They're a little bit more advanced. So if you were definitely looking to go to massage therapy school or anything and do any classes or get any certifications for that, these would definitely be some things that you will come across. I by no means am a licensed physical therapist or massage therapist by any means. So these are just the basic ones that you don't need to learn, you know, the in-depth of any of it. It's just a couple of basic terms that you will want to know for your state board. I heard we're going to have 3 days of darkness on the internet. Marina, I'm not too sure where you may have heard that. We haven't heard anything about that. So as of right now, everything is just kind of planned to go. If you want to send me where you read that at, we can definitely check that out. But as far as we know, none of that's going to really be happening on our terms by any means. So I'll know. If someone else has heard that, leave it over in the comments and maybe we can figure that out. I don't know. Now, you guys do know that we're not going to have class on Sunday. Sunday is Easter. So make sure that you guys are participating as much as you can. I know today has kind of been a little bit longer of a day. So I'm just going to try to get through these. And then there's just maybe about 10 minutes worth of videos that you guys have to watch. And then you won't have to turn in anything. So no big deal over there. Oh, people are saying it happened overseas. I'm not too sure. Somebody will have to look into that. And we're going to have to figure that out. Find out what's happening. Alrighty. So if everybody has their pen and paper down, go ahead and title this first bit, the categories of Tapotement. So go ahead and label this the categories of Tapotement. Yes, we no classes on Easter Sunday. So now will really be a perfect time for y'all to hang out with your family and everything. I'm sure, you know, we're just loving it. I don't know if anybody knows, but I live with like 7 other people. So we're already in the CDC breaking of the guidelines. But hey, that's just how it is. All right. So the first term we're going to be going over is hacking. So this is going to be the most popular form of Tapotement, mostly seen in films. So like usually, you know, when they're doing a masseuse or anything, you'll usually see the masseuse doing this hacking motion. So it's most commonly you'll see it in films along with everything. So both of the hands alternate in that striking motion with the wrist, and they rise and fall in that rapid succession, should I say. Alrighty, so here's the true word for word, what you guys can write down. I don't know, I hope this isn't too small. I was trying to make some adjustments for you guys. Let me know if you can't see anything. So, like, this was that hacking motion. So you want to make sure that you're not hounding down on this person. Like Erica said, you want to make sure that you have a very loose wrist in this. You want to make sure it's very, very solid. Everything is going over well. Okay, well, here you go. Hopefully y'all can see that over there. It did happen in China also. I'm not too sure. I don't know how much closer I can really bring it with you guys not being able to see anything. So hopefully y'all can see that from here on out. I'm gonna have to figure out something else. So if you guys want to screenshot this, it's probably going to be a lot easier for you guys to be able to see. I know it's quite a bit of information on here, but you guys are going to want to make sure that you get as much of this down. So some of the key things that you want to make sure is on your notes is that it can stimulate, muscle toning, and if it is given for too long, it can cause redness and change in the skin of the change of the temperature of the skin. So here is that one for you guys. No worries, Morgan, just go ahead. You're gonna need some pen and paper. We're just gonna take down a couple of notes. You will not need to turn these notes into me. However, you guys do need to make sure that you did turn in that assignment from Katie. It was those those questions that you guys went over, and then I believe there was another one that y'all went over as well. And once again, that is due by 6 o'clock. And I will not be accepting the notes that you guys took down from that class. It has to be that worksheet that you guys went over. Alrighty, so do we need a little bit more time, or does everyone have this written down? Just let me know in the comments over off to the side, and then we can move on to our next term. Awesome. Looks like everybody's got it. If you were not able to go and get that, whenever this is over, just go back into the video and you'll be able to pause it and write down everything. Alrighty. So our next term is going to be pounding or pummeling. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that correctly, but I'm not 100%. So bear with me on that one. So this is similar to the hacking technique that you guys found. However, during this technique, the hands are held in a soft fist. So there's no need to make sure that, you have all of your fingers completely tucked in or anything. You want this to be a very, very soft fist, very light in any means. You definitely do not want to go and beat up your client's body by any means, just by like hacking away. By pounding away at their back or anything. So there are 3 different grades to this one. So there's grade 1, and so that's the fast rate with light contact. And then you can see there's grade 2 and 3. So then once below the grades, there is a couple of different things that can come from this technique. So it can help to stimulate the muscles before exercise, and it can help to prevent injuries. I don't know about y'all, but talking about all this massaging and everything, it kind of makes me want to get a massage or, go have that nice bit of relaxation during the day. Take some time to relax, unwind. Um, Mary Helen, I'm gonna try to go up as far as I can. I don't want to hold it up too high because I don't want it to get cut off down there. But I can hold it up a little bit higher for you guys. Awesome. So once a couple of you have it down, just go ahead and put it over in the comment section that you got it. So then that way we can go ahead and move on to the next one on over. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty. So it looks like everybody's just about got that one. So let's go ahead and move on to our next one. Alrighty. So our next term is going to be cupping or clapping. Now we're not talking about, clapping our hands together. This is it's a very similar technique with this. However, you want to keep your hands kind of in this C-shaped form. So then that way, when you're pressing against the skin, you are getting all of that air and creating that cup-like suction. I know some of you may be familiar. You can go get those the actual cups like Olympic athletes go and do. They get that cup on their backs, so that way it can relieve a lot of the tension and stress that they may carry from, working and training all of the time on, different things and such. So for cupping or clapping, the hands form a loose cup producing a clapping sound. So it's almost like a vacuum-like effect on the surface. So it produces almost immediate redness. So that is something you definitely want to make sure that you have down in your notes. So then that way, if you do ever perform this technique, it doesn't catch you off guard as being too harsh on the skin or by any means. Awesome. I hope you guys can all see this. Oh yeah, Deja. No. If I totally got cupping before my wedding and then I had an opened back dress, that would not be the greatest situation to happen, for sure. I remember when it first came out, the big cup technique. It was with like Michael Phelps, and it was before his big summer Olympics, and everybody was freaking out, like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening on his back? He has to have something going on." And they were like, "No, it's totally a pressure point relieving, and it's a form of massage that everybody completes." All right. So when a couple of more of you have this down, just let me know, and then we'll go on over to our next page. Oop, kind of cutting that out over there. Alrighty, awesome, awesome. It looks like everybody has just about got it. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty. So this one you guys have already kind of been able to go through, and that is the tapping motion. So whenever you are tapping, you want to make sure that you're not using the full finger. You want to make sure that you're just using the little tips and the pads of your fingers all the way around. So another thing is you want to be using your ring finger and the middle finger to do any kind of tapping. I'm touching my face. Sorry, you guys are going to have to live with it. But you do want to make sure that you're doing tapping with these two. These are the two weakest fingers that we have. So we definitely don't want to be using our index or our thumb fingers. That could create a little bit of irritation within the skin or anything. So it is the lightest, most gentle technique of everything. So it's done with like I said, the tips or the pads of your fingers, and it's used in just very small areas of your face. So with the other ones, there are 3 different grades to this massaging technique. So the first one is, of course, it's going to be a very fast rate with very, very light contact. So just enough to get that blood circulation going. And then as you continue to move on to your greater levels, it can get a little more intense. So nothing too crazy. When I'm holding a piece of paper up in front, I feel like I can't exactly talk the entire time because, you know, really I'm just like talking to a piece of paper. Just me? Do any of the other instructors feel like that? Alrighty, looks like everybody got that. That one was a pretty simple technique for you guys. But once again, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys have these down. So then that way you are able to be all set and ready for any questions, you know, that State Board or PSI may throw at y'all. It's very important that you keep these all. So then that way you can be able to revisit and relearn everything for all of this. Alrighty, so our next term is going to be plucking. So the client's skin, so we're not going to be like actually plucking out any hair or anything. This is just a very, very calming technique that you may use, boosting the circulation especially. So, you know, maybe someone's got a little bit of sore shoulder or something. You would definitely be able to do this. And whenever you do this technique on the scalp, it can actually help to promote hair follicle stimulation. So what does that mean? That means we can help to promote hair growth, make sure that we're doing a little bit, make sure that we're doing our nice, not exfoliating treatments on our scalp, but making sure that we're providing a nice environment for our hair to be able to grow and live its best healthy life as possible. So the next one is plucking. So the client's skin is gently picked with the thumb and the fingers in each hand, and you're just releasing. It's just very, very simple and easy. Nothing too crazy. So, like I already talked about, well, if it's a little too fast, I can slow down. But the main thing that you guys have to remember when taking notes is you don't need to write down word for word. So you want to make sure that you understand it in your terms, but you don't have to write everything down that's on this sheet of paper word for word. This is just, you know, a very broad explanation for you guys so that, you know, any confusion that you might have about that topic is kind of cleared. So just let me know when you guys have this term down and we can go ahead and move over on to our next one. Alrighty, it looks like a couple of you got it, so I'm gonna just wait for a couple of you more to let me know. Awesome, awesome. It looks like everybody has just got that. So a key thing on there is make sure that you have that it can help to promote the hair follicle stimulation. Awesome. Well, you guys, we're a little before halfway through everything on here, so you know, don't worry. So the next thing you might want to make another little tab or something for you guys. So you're going to want to label these next ones types of petrissage. So we labeled the first set that we took categories of tapotement. So these are going to be types of petrissage. And that's going to be the next thing that you guys are going to want to label on your notes. Oop, I got a little mixed up over here. Let me get it all in. Alrighty. So the next one in our types of petrissage is going to be skin rolling. So you might hear this referred to as just rolling or skin rolling. Board is probably going to refer to it as skin rolling. So this is when the fingers pull the tissue towards the thumb, and then the thumb squeeze and lift. The thumb squeeze and lift, creating a back and forth motion. So these are used to like mainly find different types of tissues that are kind of maybe a little bit agitated, painful, mainly found within your arms and your legs. So the skin rolling, there is a video that you guys can watch after this that I've attached that kind of breaks this down, and it's a little bit hard to understand in terms of a term on the piece of paper that you have here. But in the video, she kind of breaks it down to understand, you know, how to approach this massage technique, different things that you might experience during this and such that you could come across, especially when servicing your client. Vicky said it's the fat grabbing. I mean, I suppose. No worries, Crystal. You're going to want to make sure that you get everything, that you have a piece of pen and paper to write down all of these different terms. And then you're going to want to go back to the beginning of this video just so you can grab the first couple of terms that you may have missed. Awesome. Looks like everybody's got it. So, skin rolling. Alrighty. So this technique, chucking, I know these have such odd names. I'm sure Lauren Baldwin is on the other side of her screen laughing at them. But I do totally agree. Chucking, you know, skin rolling, it's very odd. But, you know, the technical terms of how everything is. So chucking is a massage movement that is accomplished by grasping on the skin. So you're going to use like one hand to support and pull that skin taut, and then the other hand is going to move up the leg in a steady position. Now, once again, I do have videos for you guys to go and watch and that show these techniques in use for you guys after this. So this one is definitely one that you're going to want to pay attention to. It's a little bit out of the ordinary. Awesome. I hope everybody's got this. Ooh, make sure it's nice and big for you guys. Awesome. It looks like quite quite a few of you have it, so I'm just going to wait a couple more seconds for some more people. Awesome. It looks like y'all have that one. Y'all, we're moving on through. I'm so proud everybody has been on today. I mean, we've gotten a lot of assignments done. We've gotten a lot of notes done. So hopefully this is getting a little bit easier for everybody. Everything's kind of falling into place now. You guys have been going hard all day, though, since this morning. So we're going to try and wrap this up so y'all can have a little bit of a break. So Fooling is a form of petrissage in which the tissue is grasped with the thumb and the index finger, and you gently lift and release. So it's pretty similar to some of our previous techniques, but you might hear them refer to this as fooling. So it's definitely important that you guys have this other term down. It can definitely be used a little interchangeably. Showing some love. Alrighty, I hope everybody's got it. Looks like y'all are getting it. Awesome. Alrighty, it looks like everybody just about has that one. Okay, so this next we're almost our third to last ish one. So ringing. So it's very similar. You know how you wring out a towel or so. It's a very similar hand motion in that you're going in the back and forth motion against or with, as long you want to make sure that you're traveling with. So you're going in that back and forth. You don't want to go up and down like this. You want to make sure that you're going back and forth, very light pressure. And then, you know, if your client can take it, you can get in there and use your full hand to make sure that you're relieving any of that tension that may be in those muscles. So this one is kind of a little bit of a long one. Some of the benefits of doing this ringing technique on maybe some of your clients is it could relieve tight muscles, and it can increase the temperature of soft tissue and help to stimulate, you know, your feel-good hormones, making sure that, you know, we're feeling happy, everything is happy, and we're releasing all of our positivity. Alrighty, it looks like quite a few. I'll wait for a couple more of y'all to finish up. Awesome. It looks like everybody's just about got it. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty. So these last two techniques, if you you just can kind of put them, off in their own little kind of category. I'm not, I don't positively know to classify as a technical term for you guys what these would fall under, but these are kind of two different techniques that may help for different things, such as like, stress, tight muscles and your back cramping, anything along those lines. So the first one, you guys kind of talked about pressure points and everything with Katie in the previous one. So a form of massage that you can go get is acupressure. So you're applying pressure to certain parts of the body where there may be tension in that part of the body. Maybe, you're just not able to move around as much as you could, get up and down as much as you could. So acupressure is going to help to relieve a lot of those problems. All right, it looks like a couple of y'all got it. I'm just going to let a couple more people go ahead and get this down. I have to kind of like look off over to the side to see all of my comments over here. Yes, perfect. Try some of these techniques on someone you love. Yeah, make sure that they're going to appreciate it because, that's a lot of hard work. Alrighty, looks like everybody's just about got that one. I'm gonna make my husband sit still this evening. Yeah, that's the hard part, is trying to get him to sit still. When do we turn in the massage video? That is going to be tomorrow. So look out for the email of the agenda. We're going to try our best to send out the agenda for you guys every day, so that way you guys kind of have an idea of what's going on. Alrighty, so our very last one is going to be the manual lymph drainage. So this one can be very, very beneficial, help relieve some of those pressure points in our bodies, make us feel better, release all of those hormones. It's kind of fallen. Awesome. It looks like quite a few of you got it. I'm just going to wait on a couple more people to let us know. Awesome, awesome. It looks like everybody got it. Well, you guys, those are all the turns that I have for y'all. So let me take a couple of seconds to talk a little bit. So what I want you guys to do while I'm talking about what you guys can do for the rest of this assignment, go ahead and submit for roll call. So go ahead and make sure you leave your first name, last name, and school, so then that way we can go ahead and get that taken care of. But go ahead and submit your roll call and then stay on here with me real quick. I'm going to link some videos for you guys to go ahead and watch. I created a playlist of these different massage techniques that you might come across for you guys. So then that way you guys can go ahead and, refer back to these videos whenever you may need to. So let me just wait for the roll call to finish up so then that way it doesn't get too lost in the comment section. So if any of you, perfect, everybody's going in, everybody's got it. Alrighty, I'm going to wait just a little bit more, make sure everybody's got their name in there. So once again, if you're listening, just go ahead and make sure to leave your name over for roll call so then that way we can get you accounted for and get you put in for your hours. And then I'm going to put a link out for you guys. So then that way you guys can go and watch these videos and it's going to make these techniques make a whole lot more sense for y'all. Let's see, already. It looks like probably have just about everybody almost in there. So I'm going to go ahead and post them on my YouTube account. So don't look for the Baldwin Beauty School account. Look for my account. All of you are getting all checked in. It seems everything is loading. All of it's going through. Awesome. Alrighty, so I just put a link into the chat for you guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and use that link to be able to go and watch these different videos. Some of them are only like 30, 40 seconds long, and then a couple of them I think are maybe like 2 or 3 minutes long. But it's going to put these kind of crazy terms into a more understanding approach for you guys, be able to understand everything from a perspective and how it kind of works about and everything in the body. So I hope everybody is able to see that comment. That's what I'm noticing. Okay, hold on. Let me switch it over. Let me try putting it in over here for you guys. So, I'm loading. Hold on. I'm getting it to all load so that way I can link it from the computer. Let's see. Copy that link. Copy. And then hopefully it can paste. I showed it on there. Okay, it should go now. I hope you guys can find that. Okay, are y'all able to see that now? Are all of the links over there? I posted it on the Baldwin page, and I'll go ahead and post it on mine again. So then that way. So once again, one is from my account and one is from the Baldwin account. So you guys go ahead and go and watch those videos. Y'all don't need to comment anymore. I don't want that link to get too lost. But I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of the evening. Let's go ahead and go cook our meals for the night and take a relaxation. So you guys do not need to check in for roll call again. So I'm going to put this link on there one more time. And then if anybody has any questions or anything, just go ahead and let me know in an email or such. Alrighty. Awesome, awesome. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. You guys did a wonderful job. You guys might want to add some of the techniques, might want to add some of the points that they talk about. You guys are going to not submit these notes, but you may want to add the notes. You may want to add to your notes from today. So just kind of depending, I put those out there so you guys could have an understanding of how it all goes. Alrighty, so I hope you guys have an awesome time. Bye.